Good morning, everyone. Oh boy, it is 12:30 a.m. and we're getting ready to get started for the day. Here we go. Switch that night shift just like that. So I got to my stop and to get my pickup to go home, and they, oh my god, they took forever, right? So the broker had put on there, yeah, your appointment's at 11:30, and so, you know, I told my dispatcher, hey, this is on me, so, you know, we're just gonna try to get it loaded. My fault, I'll do my best, you know, to get through this. And he says, hey, it's all right, I got a hold of the broker. They said, because you're late though, you'll be a work-in, so don't even ask for detention, don't even bother, right? I'm like, hey, yeah, that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes. So it took them about 8 hours to load me. I got such a stupid situation right now. So I had ran out of my 14 by the time I was loaded, and so I used PC to leave. They said you have to pull out and onto the side of the road, and that's where you can park. Well, I used PC, I stopped and I checked out with the guards, and my ELD has switched me to off-duty in the time I was talking to them. So when I took off again, just to pull out and park on the side of the road, it put me on driving, and I just now realized that. Driving for 1 minute, and it's like you have to take a 10-hour break now. So I sent a email to safety, said, hey, you got to fix that. You got to fix that, because I was just using PC to move out. So they're on it. They're going to fix that for me. So that's the good news. So we can roll. Oh, here's the part, though, where the broker did some screwy stuff. This place doesn't do appointments. Nope. I was telling the guard, well, when I was leaving, he's like, do you want me to put your in and out times on here? And I said, no, I was late for my appointment. And he said, we don't do appointments. It's first come, first serve, all day, every day. And I was like, are you serious? And he said, yeah, I'm serious. I said, yeah, put them on there. We're probably not going to get detention on that, even though that's the way they work. First come, first serve. We're probably not going to see detention on that, but hey, that's just the way she goes. I'd like to get it, and I'll ask my dispatcher, but he's probably going to say we're kind of screwed on that. But of course, you might have a broker doing some weird stuff like that sometimes, right? Yep, happens. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get this night underway, get it going, and bang out as many miles as we can. We have 1,190 to Denver by Monday morning at 2 a.m. So I'll be done by about 9:30 in the morning today at the latest, and we'll just kind of go from there, see how it all works out, and that'll be that. That will be that. So that's all we can do. Not too excited about switching to basically the night shift just like that. I was able to get a couple naps during the day yesterday. One was quite lengthy, so I'll be good to go. I figure, worst case scenario, I will stop and take a nap if it gets bad, if I'm tired or whatever. And we'll go from there, man. We'll go from there. So, hey, it's time to roll. I'm sure they'll fix my logbook up any minute now, and we'll get going down the road. But that's such a stupid thing to have happen. Come on, man. Really? And now it's like, you were over on your 14-hour day, and now you have to take a 10-hour break because you were on driving for 1 minute. You were on PC for 2 minutes before that, but now you're on driving. Whatever. What an absolute nonsensical thing for an ELD to do. So whatever, we're gonna go ahead and get with it. It looks like I need to get fuel. I am kind of sitting a little slanted here. I had like a quarter of a tank, but because of the slant I'm sitting at, it's saying that I'm empty, like completely empty. I'm sure that'll level out once I start driving, but there's a little gas station, truck stop right up here. I'll stop, throw in 50 gallons, that'll get me to a Pilot, and then I'll fill up from there. So that's where we're at today, guys. I'm gonna get to it. I don't know what all I'm gonna talk about today. I might be the most boring person in the world, but we'll get to it and see how she goes. So talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, here we go. That was close. We made it to this Love's because it was the closest to us as far as anything having to do with fuel went. and we threw us 50 gallons in, and now we've got, it was quite a ways. It was like 70 miles or something. You guys can check my math on that. I don't remember for sure, but we've got 1,136 miles to go to my stop in Denver, and hey, we're just getting started here, baby. We're just getting started.
Turn right on US 45.
Diesel, $3.99 here at this Love's. So that's not bad. I think it says like 404 on the sign, but after I put in my card, it went to $3.99. So that was nice. I love it. You know, we're in a tough spot right now. You know, rates could be better. Fuel prices could be lower. But hey, it's manageable right now. It is very much manageable, and that makes me happy. So we'll take that. So yeah, we're just gonna probably run until like we run into a pilot, and then I'll just fill up. Oh, better turn my lights on. There we go. That's how you get pulled over. Anyways, then at that pilot, when we find one, we'll just fill up, and that will take us all the way home. So I'm excited, guys. It's obviously been a while since I've been home. Longer than I've been back here on YouTube, because I wasn't sure, do I want to like put out videos again, and hey, I'm out here trucking again and all that. So that was like almost a month-long decision before I decided to do that. But it has been a while since I've been home. So,
continue on US 45.
Just kind of, you know, trying to get through it, make our way home, and that's really it. That's really it. It's, what time is it? 1:45 in the morning. Good Lord. Normally I'm still sleeping by this time. But anyways, getting a hit off the old vape. I put a new coil in it last night, and this new tank I got, those new coils when they're brand new, oh, they don't feel good at all. They make me cough a lot. So you got to wear it out a little bit, and then it seems to work pretty good. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of it for now, guys. I'm excited to go home, obviously, but right now, more immediately, I'm excited to get this night over with and get me some sleep. I'm not used to running overnight like this anymore, but we'll get through it. So, anyways, I'm going to get back to what I'm doing and try to get through my night, and I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit. Woo, okay. We are crushing it today, I guess, kinda. It's about, what, 5:30 in the morning? Yeah. I started to get a little bit tired, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna sleep until about 7 in the morning. But I started to feel a little bit tired. So that's how it goes when you flip your schedule like that. But, you know, we're down to 924 miles left for anybody that's been keeping track of that. I have been counting down since about 2,500, mainly to manage the hours, but that... From that 2,500 has been like the countdown to how many miles I go till I finally see home again. Wow, that's been a while. So we're doing all right. Let's see. Today on our 70, we have 9 hours left. And then after it hits midnight to start Sunday, as of right now, we'll have 15 hours left. So I'm going to run that down till we're about 9 hours left tomorrow. So another 6 hours, let's say. 3 hours left today by the time I'm done with that. So I'm gonna sleep till about 7:30. Let's just call it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. If I get done at 2, I might stop at 1. Who cares? I might stop at 1. And that'll give me 10 hours tomorrow, roughly. And I'll use every bit of that going into this. But I don't know if that will be enough to get me all the way to Denver. Because I'm starting to see these miles tick off, and I'm like, I may be able to get to, I don't know if I'll make it yet, but I might be able to get to my house Sunday morning, go home, then go back to the truck at night to go make my Monday 2 a.m. delivery, get that done, turn around, go back home, stay the night until Tuesday morning. But I don't know if that's all going to work out. The company allows us 40 miles of PC per day, I think it is. It resets every day. If I'm within that 40, I might just PC home, or well, with it being weekend, I don't know, like, if I can just call the safety department up and ask, hey, can I have some more PC? You know, but we'll figure that all out. We'll work it out. But I did get a little bit tired, so I'm gonna take a nap. I got like a short nap yesterday after the mad dash to get to like the drop off and the pickup. That whole nightmare. And then the guy banged on my door. That was their method there. I prefer that they call. Does anybody else get like severe anxiety when like somebody bangs on their truck door? Oh my God. It messes with my head. And then I got into my door and that was like another like 6 hours, and I slept maybe half of that. I'm not really sure. Then he came out banging on my door again. And then I had a little trouble getting back to sleep last night before I actually rolled out. So I figured I'd probably need a nap today. And I'm ahead of the game here, so I should be just fine. We'll see how it all works out anyways. Did I have anything else to talk about? This is just the trip home. The epic trip home. The race against the clock to see my family for at least a night. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. We're definitely gonna make that. We definitely have the hours to pull that off. Once we recap Monday, we'll have it to get home. So that's sort of the plan right now. No, that's not sort of the plan. That is the plan. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna get back up about 7. Yeah. It's about an hour and a half from now. Give me a little power nap.
Continue on the current road.
Yes, continue on the current road. And then we'll get up and we'll bang out whatever I said the last 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever I decide to do. And we'll call her a night, baby. So check with you guys here in a bit. All right, good morning. Good morning. I was wrong about that. Sleep until 7:30 or whatever I said. I don't even remember. 7:30. Hey, I was tired, man. It's time to roll, though. It is 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. So, hey, that's the way she goes. We're gonna get going here, get back on the road, and get as much out of this as we can. We just want to make sure we clear the front of this truck right next to us, because as I was worried about the RV or camper taking the front of my truck with them, I don't want to take the front of his truck with me. So we got it done though, and away we go. Boy, I needed that nap. I guess I was really tired, and I stayed asleep for a little while, so not a big deal. We're gonna go get this thing back on the road, and I'm just not very interesting right now, so not much else to say. What a run. What a run we are making across the country. Very heroic of me, very brave, very masterfully orchestrated by none other than this guy. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we really have been running hard. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey, but yeah, I'm just not interesting at all right now, so I'll leave you guys to it. Back to the road we go. Well, she's still got the tires on her, boys. That's a cute little building, huh? Firestone. Yeah, looks abandoned. Looks abandoned. Anyways, we're done. What an absolutely exhausting run we're on right now. Just crazy. Hey, we still got the wheels over here too. Haven't ran them off either. It is cold out here. It is cold. Excuse me, sorry about the cough. That's a cute little building too. Anyways, oh, they got a barbecue joint over there. KC Barbecue. Maybe I'll go hit that up. We'll see. I just smelled it. It smells great. Oh, what did I step in? Oh, it's just dirt. It's just dirt. All right. This parking lot's looking brilliant, huh? What is this? Hold on. Somebody leave their... What is this? It's a muffler. Do we have mufflers? I'm no mechanic. Somebody just left that there. Someone else's problem now, I guess. I don't know. All right. Oh boy, what a week. What a week it's been. We're stopped for the day. What time is it? It's 2:30 now, but I could smell that Casey barbecue from across the truck stop parking lot. Went over and handled that. Not bad. I wouldn't say it was great, but certainly not bad. But went over and took care of that nonetheless. And it's cold out there. Just got back to the truck, so trying to warm up a little bit. But anyways, what a week. What a week it's been. So, what I want to do sometimes, as you guys can tell, is end my videos with some sort of discussion. Nothing about I'm right, you're wrong. Nothing about that. Just more discussion. What do you guys think? What do I think? And we talk about it in the comments, right? I don't always like what people tell me. But that's okay. Everybody's allowed an opinion as long as they can present it like an adult. It's good with me. Good with me. So what I want to talk about today is the battle, the timeless... How else would you say that? I feel like there's a... See, I screwed up my huge introduction to it, but the battle still rages on and on, which probably has been going on for generations and generations, if I were to guess. But definitely alive and well here on YouTube, probably alive and well on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, right? Before that, the battle was on in the Truckers Report. You guys remember that? The Truckers Report? I don't know if anyone still uses that. That'd be weird. Do people still use forums? Alive and well in Reddit. And has been going on and on in truck stop bars for generations and generations. The right way to truck. Yeah, you're probably looking at that title thinking you're here for answers. Well, then you don't know me very well, because I don't have any answers. I'm not very bright. I'm just a guy learning how to do things, you know. Just trying to survive life, which I don't think can be done now that I think about it. Can you? Guys, that's what we're here to we're going to get into some philosophical stuff today. Can you actually survive life? I suppose if souls are a real thing, then you probably could, at least for a little while, right? It's hard to say, but that's not actually what we're here to discuss. The right way to truck. Funny thing about that. Funny thing about the right way to be a trucker and the right trucking job to have and all those things. Everybody knows the answer. Everybody. But they all have different answers. Seems a little problematic, doesn't it? Seems a little problematic that literally everyone knows the exact, absolute right way to be a trucker that maximizes your income at all times, has you working the least amount of hours, has you home as much as possible, all these different things. Everybody knows the magic formula. Everybody out there. But none of them can agree. They're all saying a different thing. And that is sort of the point of the conversation today. Because that, I can't wait to get out of this truck. Oh my God, it's time to go. It's time to park and get out for a night. Oh, good Lord. I've had enough. I've had enough. It's just, after a while in the truck, you start to feel really closed in. Anyways, if I can try to stay on track. I am so tired, guys. I can't wait to go to bed. This seems to be a major thing, probably in a lot of different industries, but trucking is such a massive industry with so many different ways to do it that we probably don't take into account all the different ways to be a trucker. You know, we can look at the simple things like local or over the road. You know, we can look at dry van, reefer, tank. By the way, forgot I had a tanker endorsement. Haven't really thought about it in years. Forgot I had one. And I was wondering about that now that I think about it. Because you guys know how I like to do my risky stuff, my lease purchase stuff like that. I wonder if there's anyone besides like Prime and Schneider that do lease purchase on tanker. And then I wonder if the rates on tanker are much higher than dry van. Because then my little brain starts moving and I'm like, I don't dislike the company I'm at, not even a little bit. But if there's a way to earn an extra $1, you know, it's got my attention. I might just have a look. I might just have a look. Anyways, you know, trailer types, over the road, dedicated, local, all these things. You can drive in and out of the ports. You can be a heavy wrecker, right? You can do heavy haul. You can do all these different things. And the reason that all these things exist is because they're needed. It's that easy, right? It's that easy. The reason I'm out here on the road doing my thing is a couple reasons, right? It's something that needs to be done. Job opening, right? And compared to other things I've done in trucking, this is going to be the most simple answer that you ever heard. You ready for this? I like it. Compared to other things I've done in trucking, I like being on the road, right? And I want to try to remember that point. I do love so much that truckers do tell other truckers about, hey, I do this and here's how much I make. Sometimes I do wonder if those stories are embellished, the how much I make part. Not so much these days. But, you know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, truckers didn't get paid as much as they do now, obviously. And I always felt like maybe some of these stories about how much they make were a little bit embellished. These days, I generally tend to believe it when people say how much they make. Anyways, I think that's great that you've found a thing in trucking and you got into it. It works for you. It provides for you and your family the way you want it to. It gives you the time off that you want, the flexibility you want, whatever, what have you that attracted you to that position. And that is the beauty of truck driving, is you can do literally millions of different things. I might still try different things. You know, dry van could get a little boring, right? Could get a little boring. Who knows? And I think it's cool when y'all share your knowledge with each other, companies, what you liked about them, what you disliked about them, and stuff like that. I think that's really great. Here's where we start to get in an area where it gets to be really concerning, is that people are so adamant that their way of trucking is the absolute right way that they will get personally offended if you don't listen to their advice and do what they said, right? Like I said, that's problematic when everybody has the right answer. They're all different answers, and people are mad because you won't go the way they said to go, or you won't follow their advice, or you won't do it. You get the point, right? You get the point. And you see the back and forth a lot with people getting frustrated with other people. Like I said, the battle rages on the internet about who knows how to truck right, who knows more than who. And there is a learning curve in this business, especially when you get, well, I would say learning to drive a truck can be intimidating, absolutely. And then once you get past that stage of it, then you get to decide what you want to do from there. And then you could go multiple different ways. You could get into the business side of it, which is something I'm trying to understand a little bit more. And I forgot my point with that, because I'm cleaning all the stuff out of my vape tank while I'm supposed to be talking to you guys. So, let me finish with that. Anyways, like I say, the battle still rages on. And people do get incredibly offended when you don't follow exactly what they said to do. It has caused epic fights on the internet because one guy says, I know a better way to truck than you, and the other guy goes, I know a better way to truck than you, and then next thing you know, people are picking sides, people are doing this and that, and it always spirals out of control to a place that it never should have gone in the first place. All because one trucker knew how to truck better than another trucker, and that trucker was not having it. To me, it sounds silly, is the point I'm trying to make. To me, it sounds very silly to worry as adults about how much that person's making compared to how much I'm making, and why I'm better because I make more, and why you're not as good as me because you don't make it as much, or like you're inferior to me, or all this nonsense about who's doing what and who's better than who. Please don't come to my truck. Nope. Okay. The guy was walking straight towards the door of my truck. I'm like, no, get away from me. The point of all that is you can do this however you want. Now, I understand that me being on YouTube and growing a channel and things like that, is that I will see in my comments, people will tell me you should be doing this instead, or you should be doing that. And over the years of doing YouTube, on the old channel especially, people would get straight up offended if I didn't follow their advice. I like to find out for myself, me personally, right? And you do see that sometimes. But the simple answer for why I do what I do is just that. I just like it, right? I know that I'm going to have weeks where it's like, why? What am I doing? Why was I out here? Why? What is wrong with me? Sometimes, logically, this makes absolutely zero sense to be doing this. I like the chaos of it. I like the complete insanity of what we're doing now. How we totally just flipped our sleep schedule. I'm feeling it. It don't feel great. But is it boring? No, not at all. It doesn't bore me at all. I sometimes feel terrible because I'm tired, or I'm trying to make this work to do this, to do that, and then maybe we have a bad week where I work with a company, so I always refer to it as we, but maybe I just don't make anything that week, right? But then the next week I come back and I absolutely crush it. I love the chaos in what I do. That's why I pick to do what I do. That's why I choose this route. Now, I'd like to make it make more sense at some point in the future. If I decide, okay, you know what, we're back to trucking and we're doing this long term, which I feel like that's probably the way it's going, then I need to start making a plan on how to come up with a down payment to actually purchase a truck again. That's what I need to do. But that's the simple answer to why I do what I do. And I certainly would, and don't take me the wrong way, guys in the comments, ladies in the comments, anything like that. I'm not saying that, like, don't give your opinion or don't share where you work and how much you make and why you like it for you. Because even if it doesn't work for me, then there's somebody scrolling through those comments going, what else is out there? So by all means, put it there. I might not put a little heart on it because it doesn't really like apply to me. It doesn't really have much to do with me at all. But put it there. Put it in the comments if you want. But what I guess for me, I don't understand why there's so many people that want to convince themselves and everyone around them that their way of trucking is the absolute truth and the way that trucking must be done. You have to be open-minded to these things, right? You have to be open-minded that there's literally millions of ways to do this. And a lot of you are watching me right now that have a much more profitable way of doing it than I do, or a much more predictable way, like you know when you're going to be home. And I understand that, okay? Like I said, I do enjoy the chaos of things. My wife is very structured in the way that her mind works. If you throw off her daily routine by like 3 minutes, it's like catastrophic in her head. She's like, how do we fix this? This is insane. And some people don't like that pressure of how do I fix this thing, and that's where I thrive, is how do I fix this thing, right? And that's where I'm at with the whole, for me personally, and this isn't all about me. I'm sorry that I'm the only example I got, so I'm the only point of reference, I guess, for how I perceive things. But like, this isn't like, okay, I leased a truck and I'll never think about it again. Like, it's okay, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? And if I miss a step and I fall flat on my face, then hey, we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. And I don't know if anything will ever come of it, but I guess I want to kind of take away from the can you guys tell I need out of the truck? I'm like grabbing my he's losing his mind. He's going crazy. That's the only point I want to make, though, is do what you like to do. If you've got a CDL, figure out what your, how do they say it? Niche? I think it's niche. I used to pronounce it niche, and I'm like, that sounds weird. But figure out what your, we're going to say niche. Maybe I should have looked that word up before I got on here. But figure out what your niche is. Figure out what you want to do, right? Work towards that. And go try it and see if you like it. And then if you don't like it, try something else. we're only here for a little while, guys. You know, we only are alive for a short amount of time. Try some things. Don't be afraid. Be afraid. Fear's fun too, right? It can be fun. It can be fun. Sometimes fear can be very frightening, right? But try some things and see how it works out, and fail sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And if you're the driver out there that's got it all figured out for you, don't worry, I'm not taking shots. If you got it figured out for you and the way that it works for you, I would just like to encourage you to keep an open mind and understand that every bit of this industry needs people somewhere. And there's so many different personalities, so many different thought processes, that your definition of right way may be a completely different definition for other people. Like you get the people that say, like, I do something crazy. I heavy haul, oversized 700-foot windmill blades that weigh 180,000 pounds, and I make $4 million a year. Why isn't everyone doing this? Be careful. Be careful with that. Because if everybody else was doing it, what would you do? Supply and demand, son, bro, dude, man, whatever. If everybody that had a CDL was doing the exact same thing you were doing, the niche you found, then all of a sudden you're not getting paid as much anymore. What are you doing? For fun? We already got a hobby trucker around here. We don't need more. Stuart. I like Stuart a lot. Stuart the hobby trucker. That's your shout out, Stuart. You better thank me for that. But old Stuart the hobby trucker, we already got one of them. So if you start getting mad at people, not you, Stuart, I've already moved on. But if you start getting mad at people because they're not doing it your perfect way to do it, understand that they're a part of the reason that you're collecting those 6 figures every year, because they're not doing it. Come on, you don't want every one of us with a CDL to go do the same thing you do. Then what do you do? Haul dry van? I mean, I guess that's my only point, guys. Literally millions of ways to do this. There's millions of ways to succeed. There's millions of ways to fail. And everything in between. And sometimes I get real down on this industry. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. But to me, that is the beauty of this industry, is that you can just, however you want to do it, and you can try it. The beauty is not so much in the amount of people that want to argue, fight, scream, and yell about who's doing it better. How do we gauge that? How do we judge that specifically? Is it money? Is it time spent in the truck or time spent out of the truck? Is it, I mean, what is it? I just don't know. You guys let me know what you think on the topic. I'm going to get this video put together so I can go to bed. See ya.